A great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Bombers, 22 Jets bombers.
Hey. 4 down.
Throwing on first down. Vernon. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Vernon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Break. Lock it. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
11 yards and a Panther 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
61, Max defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's second and 8. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Sione Takitaki. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Looking to throw. Ackerman. And that will be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Hey, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Operating from the gun, Vernon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Here we go, here we go. 30 base. Clear.
On first down, Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vernon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake. Vernon. And he's able to find Diggs. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vernon, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is right through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. Now we can get to the 3rd quarter now. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throw left side, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal, and I mean pivotal. So, from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Sit up.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Again, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, Vernon, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep. He's got a man, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5.
Let's go.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Love, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. To throw on second down. Vernon, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On first down, this is Geis. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards there and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check!
Topper! Hey, Alpha!
Switch gears.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins at a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Got it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Fair.
Here I come again.
Ready?
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up, Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. That one looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown, Carolina.
Yeah, score! Touchdown! Touchdown, baby, yeah!
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Packers down by 2 touchdowns. 1:45 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Vernon. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Looking to throw. Vernon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Go! 10 Lobo.
50. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Get it.
Off play action. Ackerman flush to his right.
Check 50.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Ackerman. He's going to go up top for the... And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Pass interference. Defense.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coach. And we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play, and
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Carolina, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.